Okay, greetings and peace, everyone. Welcome to Committed Relationships and Spiritual Activity YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Neo, and I am a relationship anatomist and a relationship consultant. And as a relationship anatomist, I study, observe, and investigate relationships, human relationships, and I break down the ins and outs of it, and I get down to the grass roots of relationships, much further than the average person who went to school for relationships or any type of anything that has to do with relationships. I go deeper than a lot of the people that's like marriage counselors and a variety of other relationship professions, so to speak, or whatever like that. Because there's a lot of grassroots that a lot of people fail to examine and a lot of things that they don't know. So it's like with me not having to, me not going to school for relationships, that actually was a major plus. And also for like psychology, because when a person go to school, on average, first and foremost, when you go to school, you got to keep in mind that public schools were not built, they're not designed to create an individual thinker's mind. It's structured, in particular here in America, I'll say. Here in America, it's structured for mind control. So it locks a person's mind in a certain area of their brain to have them thinking on a one-track mind. And if a person doesn't realize this, then they'll go through their whole life just thinking within the realm of what they learned in school and not observing outside of what they learned. So going to school actually is a trap if a person doesn't realize what's going on and know how to control their mind to get outside of that psychological trap. And this is something that I also studied myself regarding the mind. So all of this relationship stuff, I studied it on my own for myself and investigated it and observed a variety of people so that I can analyze the information that I have obtained. And I can come to my own conclusion. Right. Okay. So that's that. Now, when I talk about relationships, I study a variety of relationships, as many of them as possible, including business relationships and also this situation here, the friends with benefits relationships. I have been through my own friends with benefits situations, and I have investigated other people's friends with benefits. But I'll say examined. I don't really want to say investigated because that sounds like I interrogated them. So doing all of this, it allowed me to sit down by myself and analyze what's been going on and analyzing and thinking of better ways to go about doing this as far as the friends with benefits and also other relationships. Because whenever I receive information about what's currently going on, I always grab that information and I utilize it for my analyzing time to myself. And then I think of better ways to go about doing things to make the relationship much more successful. That's my process. I gather the information. First, I got to know what I want to look for as far as examine what type of relationships examine, unless something just pops up and boom. Oh, I don't know much about this. So I got to go ahead and see what's going on with this because this is important for this and this situation like that happened. but on average, I go through with a topic. I have a topic or an area that I want to learn, that I know I want to learn. Then I go and figure out what areas where I can learn about this. Where is it actually going on? Like what type of people? And then I find out all the areas and I go ahead and I observe it. And if I can, I speak to people about it. If not directly, it'll be indirectly to get information. And then I take that and I find alone time. This is my meditative time, both traditional meditation and also I'll just sit outside of a window. Yeah. And then I'll just observe. I mean, I allow that quietness to quiet my mind. And then that's when I start doing the thinking. And that's when the higher spiritual information comes through and lets me know new information that I have not perceived. But anyways, so with this friends with benefit situation, I've been through my own situation and I analyzed other people's situations. And also the movie, The Perfect Match. Go see that movie. And I also had I recorded a relationship lecture on that movie. Go watch that movie first. It's called The Perfect Match. And then go listen to my relationship lecture about that movie, breaking down the relationship aspect of that movie. And that movie entails a friends with benefit situation, which there is a difference between friends with benefits versus fuck buddies. This is one thing that people don't realize. And that movie showed it that that movie showed the fuck buddies and they got a little bit too intimate. The dude Terrence J, his character, whatever his character name was, he got too carried away with the situation, and she just wanted to fuck. He started off just wanted to fuck, wanted to just have sex, but then he got too intimate and he was giving gifts and he was doing way too much beyond the boundaries. And that's what you want to do is before you start a situation like this, you want to set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, then people who are immature and who did not do their personal development work, they're going to be willy nilly with it and they're going to be all over the place, overstepping boundaries that was not created. So let's go into the definition of friends with benefits. This is my definition based on my studying and examining this for myself and coming to my own analysis. Friends with benefits you are either already friends or you're seeking to become friends with an individual and you're getting to know them and you're hanging out with them, spending time with them, getting to know them, having fun with them, going places with them, just as friends with the added benefit of sexual encounters with each other. Let me say that again. Friends with benefits is individuals getting to know each other just as friends and to become close friends with the added benefit of sexual encounters with each other. That's that. And now fuck buddies are individuals who are literally just seeking to have sex with each other. Both situations require a certain psychological stability and emotional stability, especially friendships with benefits, because a lot of people don't know how to deal with their jealousy and envy. So this is why I say, if you're already friends, you probably shouldn't do the sexual encounters unless you're sure that you both know how to control your jealousy, your envy, and you are aware of what might happen once you do cross that sexual line. So you better really, really do the thinking. A lot of people don't really think think clearly about that before they cross it. Because once you become intimate, you the line of friendship becomes blurry for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with this situation psychologically. So that's why I say be very, very cautious if you're going to go across that friendship line and go into the sexual arena with the individual. So the fuck buddy is, there's less intimacy that needs to be involved. You have to, if you're gonna be intimate, then only do it during those times when you are together to have sex. And if you're gonna do the sex thing, you gotta just go in, bang it out, boom, get out. Have little to no conversation, because a lot of people are still psychologically and emotionally unbalanced from their previous relationship situations, experiences, and sexual experiences. So you got to be very cautious and know who you're dealing with. So that's why it pays off really doing your personal development work, so that you know how to read people effectively and efficiently, so that you know your own boundaries and you can set your own boundaries with the individual. And this is where people mess up, is because they don't know how to read people, and also they don't set boundaries. And regarding the fuck buddy situation, they do a little bit too much regarding the social aspect, and also the intimacy, because they overdo it. Because if you're going to be just fuck buddies, you got to cut the intimacy to a limit. Because, and don't get me wrong, I don't want you to be flat out angry and like cold with the individual, but it's just that you got to decrease the intimacy. Like, there's little to no kissing unless you're gonna keep it to just that individual as far as the fuck buddy. But if you're gonna have a variety of fuck buddies and you're gonna keep your situation open and non-exclusive, then you should only kiss maybe one person. But it's up to you, because some people don't like kissing another person who kisses tons of other people in the lips, that is. So the kissing, I say limit that unless you're going to keep that exclusive. I say don't do the kissing unless you're going to keep that exclusive to just that individual, and both of you agree on that. And then that's the other thing, is as far as the boundaries with the fuck buddies, you got to confirm and come to an agreement if you're going to keep that exclusive or non-exclusive. Keep that early. And you got to also be aware that some people, they don't know how to deal with the non-exclusive thing. So you got to pay attention to that, because some people get really, really jealous when they see you with other people. And they start thinking like, okay, is he or she fucking that person too? Are they doing this? And then stuff start going into their head. Very few people know how to control their own mind. Just like I said in a lot of my other videos about controlling your own mind. So they don't know how to control those extra thoughts. It goes a lot. So this is another relationship situation where it's only certain people you can do it with. So you limit your intimacy. If you really feel it's necessary for the foreplay, which I feel it is, then do that. But there's some people, it's best to just get straight to the to the sex, because if you do too much talking, a little bit too much talking, you do the gifts giving, and you especially don't do no gift giving. In the perfect match, he did that, and that's where he messed up. And he got too close with her. But I won't spoil people's experience who have not seen that movie yet. But go see that movie definitely, and you'll see. And then listen to my relationship lecture, because then I'll tell you where he messed up. I give you more information about the friendship and the fuck buddy situation. So I did that in that video. So go listen to that also. So overall, that's the difference. So you want to limit it and limit your time with the individual. if you're going to just do the fuck buddy situation, then you have to limit your exposure with that individual. Definitely. Hold on. Because that's where a lot of people get it mixed up, where they're spending way too much time with their fuck buddy, and then that develops a romantic desire for the individual that's beyond sex. So it's the same thing with the friendship situation. You have to learn how to balance your friendship situation, in particular if you're of the opposite sex. But nowadays you got more gay people, so that's different too. So, and that's no disrespect to gay people, but I'm just saying it's different. A lot is different these days. So a lot of the old stuff that you used to do, the old structure, you have to revitalize it, modify it. So that's what I've been doing throughout my years of studying and analyzing relationships. So me, I do things differently from a lot of other people. So you got to balance the friendship situation, especially if you're of the opposite sex and you're heterosexual. A lot of people don't know how to keep that line in the sand and avoid jumping over it. And they don't know how to balance their emotions and bypass their emotions. So you got to figure out how to do that. And then if you're going to go to the having the sex situation, that might potentially mess up a lot of things if you are already close friends. So if you're already really, really close friends, I would say either before you have sex, you either go with each other as far as take the next step relationship wise, or you just don't do it at all. Because a lot of people, that messes up friendships, and a lot of people get jealous when they see their friend going off with somebody else, and they know or have a good feeling that they're gonna end up having sex with each other, and they already the close friends already had that sexual encounter. It just messes up a whole lot. And with me knowing that very few people have strong minds and very few people actually know how to control their own mind, I know that I would avoid doing that with a friend. Yeah, because they don't know how to control themselves. And very few people know how to control their own behavior. And it just messes up a lot of things as far as the close friendships with benefits. So, but I'll leave that up to you. You do whatever you want, but I'm just giving out my advice based on my years of investigating and studying relationships. So you limit the fuck buddy one, and the friends with benefits is the actual close friends having the added benefit of sexual encounters. That's where I feel like most people get it mixed up when they say friends with benefits. And then they just go ahead and meet someone on Craigslist or wherever, and they say that they're looking for friends with benefits, when actually they're looking for a fuck buddy, where they just want that sexual encounter. And some of them want the intimacy also. So it depends on if you're able to control yourself and avoid the jealousy and envy, then maybe you can do more intimacy. But the fuck buddy is just straight fucking. You got to get out right after that, because that pillow talk and you hanging out with each other, that's just going to add more potential relationship desire, romantic desire. And then that's when you're going to get fucked up, where you start getting emotional with each other. And then everything just goes haywire, because a lot of people, very few people actually know how to control their emotions, bypass them, and still be able to achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve and need to achieve within their life, and also within the whatever the relationship type is. So that's that. If you got questions, concerns, go ahead and send me an email. And for some of you people, definitely need a relationship consultation, much more than just getting a answer from me. So I'll let you know who that is. And relationship consultations are available. You can contact me for that. And also check out my blog at CommittedRelationships.wordpress.com whenever you can. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, till next time.